Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Black Ink Crew New York / Black Ink Crew Compton review, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into my notes. Cease comforts Kitty when she realizes the home her mother was raised in is no longer on the property. Now, let's discuss this for a second, y'all. You mean to tell me that you didn't know that the house wasn't still there, but you wanted to drive there and have this old dramatical moment? I mean, I guess. But I'm going to just tell y'all, Black Ink Crew is starting to be extra produced. And it's annoying. So because there's no home there for them to visit, Kitty says, I just want to do something that's going to take my mind off of this. Let's go look at a property on a street with not a lot of foot traffic and see if we can turn it into the new Black Ink Crew Memphis. Now, normally, I would not have a problem with this, but y'all have been dragging London for this exact same idea this entire time because it's supposed to be about Kit's mama, it's supposed to be about Kit's family, her grieving process, yet you brought the cameras and the rest of the crew with you. Let's be real. If you wanted this to be a moment for you and for your mom, then you wouldn't have brought C's and the rest of the crew with you, but whatever. Let's go ahead and go through it anyway. London mentioned it, you wanted to fight her about it, but then you take C's to go look at a property anyway. Word? Is that what we doing? Like, is that cool? But C's didn't really like the property either way, so it was a waste of time. But I just kind of felt like for you to steal that girl's idea, I would have thought you would have took him to a better place to rent. That was like he would have to put way too much money into making that look reasonable. So Puma, Tati, and Teddy play cricket, or however you pronounce it, and it turns into an argument over London. Teddy says that Tati should understand what it's like to be the new girl since she had to go through that same thing when she first got to the shop. She insinuates that he and London are in a relationship of some sort, especially since she saw them the night before on the bed making out. And then he says, oh, you tripping, it must be them pills that you got popped with. And I was just like, really, Teddy? That was a low blow. I don't like Tati either. But these are the issues you create when you consistently have relationships with women that are on this show, or i.e. in the shop, whatever. Because we know it's really on the show and not so much in the shop. But that's not the important part. The important part is you have made your bed and now you have to lie in it. And a part of that is not being so disrespectful to Tati just because she may be in her feelings. I want her to get out of her feelings. For God's sakes, please, Tati, get out of your feelings. Because you also knew that Teddy wasn't up to no good. You knew this. But you decided to be in a relationship with him anyway. And now that has dissolved in 5 minutes like we all knew it would, you want to what? Put your mark on him as if he's yours and he can't mess with anybody else in the shop? Girl, I've said it so many times. That is not how any of this works. I'm tired of saying that to Tati. So her getting upset and her projecting that issue onto him is annoying. But Ted, you throwing that pill situation in her face is hella messed up. That was a low blow. That was disrespectful. That was uncalled for. You're a man. Don't go that low, hun. Don't do that. Mike tells Donna and Crystal that a chick he used to smash sent him a pic of a 5-year-old kid saying that he might be the father. And Donna says, wait, I thought you was gay. How you got a son? Apparently they didn't understand the whole bisexual thing. They didn't get that. Mike's dad has been in prison his entire life. So I'm guessing that he has always felt that when he did have a child or he did have a kid, he would be present. So to find out this kid is 5 years old, he's missed so much time, he doesn't know if it's true, but it's got him feeling some type of way. And why he took that to Crystal and Donna, child, I do not know. He shows Donna and Crystal a picture of the little boy and they instantly were like, yeah, that's your kid, son. That's your little boy. And I saw the picture and I feel like, child, I'm reserving my opinion for the DNA results. London gets advice from Puma about what she should do to, get the shop back on her side. And she says she has the idea of throwing a pool party while they're there in Memphis to, drudge up some publicity for Black Ink in Memphis. And she asked Teddy what he thinks. Both Puma and Teddy say they think it's a good idea. So she goes through with planning the party. And homegirl had a tattoo artist come in. He had a crew. Buku people came in. A DJ came in. And, it was a party. But Puma and Teddy start to feel like this party has gotten out of hand. I don't know what they're looking at, because I don't think this party was any more buck than any party they've thrown, which ended in the police being called. So I don't know what they're talking about, acting like this party is just so out of control, but all we see is a couple of girls twerking in a pool. Like, I didn't see anybody damage anything, so I just don't know. But London is having the time of her life, all hugged up with Teddy, and all is well in the world for the moment, okay? Walt introduces his kids to Jess. And the kids were acting funny at first. They weren't really giving her, any warmness at all. They was just kind of like, But when she goes to the bathroom and to get herself something to drink, Walt tells his kids that he would not have brought her around if he was not serious. He wants to marry her, but he won't do it if his kids aren't good with it. So when she comes back, they ask her how she feels about marriage. And she's like, we've had that conversation and I'm, ready, but we want to make sure that y'all are good with it. And the son was like, which is the oldest, was like, I wouldn't mind. And she was like, you wouldn't? He was like, nah. He was like, it'd be cool. And so now he's gotten the okay from the OG, from his oldest son, So it's great. It's great. And honestly, I like Jess. Jess is goofy. You know what I'm saying? Jess is a good time. Jess is light. And I think that's what he needs, because she's a little older than him. But also her being so nice and feeling that the kid's opinion is important to their relationship is another good sign that you've picked someone who is going to uplift you in life and not drag you down and create more drama in your life. Okay, and that's what we need to get away from. People, period, that create drama in our lives unnecessarily. Now, if you want to keep fighting and fussing all the time because you ain't tired of that yet, great. But don't complain about peace. Don't complain about, all of this drama when you're okay with it. Okay? I'm just saying, y'all, that I felt that I needed to say that to somebody out there. Later on, they talk about their family dynamic and how they want to bring the families together, because Jess has 2 boys. I think one is 17, one is 22. Her kids are grown. And now Walt wants to have more children in the future. And granted, you need to be able to take care of the ones you got before you can get another one. But we got to think about this. Your old lady is 40 years old. For women who don't have the money for in vitro fertilization or any of those other hormones given to you to make a woman who has an older womb get pregnant, like, she may not have the access, and neither do you. So why be with a 40-year-old woman and think that y'all gonna have a baby soon, especially when you still trying to get on your feet all the way? You know what I'm saying? And he didn't say if it was a deal breaker, but I feel like that should be a deal breaker if you want children, more children, and the woman you with doesn't want them or is incapable at some point. I don't know. He said he has to think about it. They're still together via Instagram and Twitter. And if they still decided to be together, great. But Walt is 30-something years old? Walt can have kids for the rest of his life. So will he get to a point where he's feeling like, I want to have another kid, and then their relationship will end up ending because he's realized now that he can't do it with her at all? You know what I'm saying? Or he'll be like one of those terrible people that go out and get some other woman pregnant and then bring the baby home. That don't work for everybody. Some people it work for, not for everybody. So y'all, back at this party. Let's go back to this party right quick. This is what I was talking about overproducing. There's a shot of the butler from the house dancing with some of the girls, giving you a lot of baps, okay, tease. And I was just kind of like, see what I'm talking about? Overproduced. So the party is packed. Tati emerges from her room after being in there all day. She sees what's going on. Feels like Kitty is going to be so upset about it. Tells Teddy and them, this is stupid. This isn't the time or the place. She's going to be upset when she sees this. Then sees and Kit show up. Tati meets them at the gate to let them know that she ain't got nothing to do with this. She's not enjoying this party. She didn't even know about it. Kit is pissed off. She wanted to just come back to the house and relax. She didn't want all of this extra. So London says it's a party. It's a party to promote the brand. And Kit is like, picks up the table like, this is not the time. We had this conversation already. Get these people out of here. And everybody feels like it's time to wrap this shit up, B. Like, everybody's cool with that at this point. The thing that makes me upset is that Teddy and Puma, who Puma's supposed to be the half owner of the shop, you okayed this. And now you sit there quietly as Kit berates London as if she had this party all on her own without the okay from the two of you niggas. That works on my nerves. That bothers me. Okay, because that's the same thing that C's does all the time. C's actually felt like London did her job because the party was packed and it brought more people attention to their shop. So he felt like she did her job, but he sat there while Kit and Tati and everybody else went off on London. Now, mind you, I don't like London because I think London is fake, phony, and fraud. Okay? And I think that Donna called her right. Even though I'm tired of Donna bullying people, and I feel like whether you are a manipulative person or not, Donna will try to bully you. But Donna was absolutely right in the way she pegs London. She's a manipulator, and she manipulates Ted. Okay, even though Ted not in it for what she think he in it for, like, however, she's still manipulating that situation. So that's the one thing. And now when Kit is asking you to shut the party down, instead of just shutting the party down, you say, man, this black ink, turn the radio back up. And then Tati starts throwing shit and actually gets past Ted. You can tell he never played football in high school because damn, she got on the side of you quick and grabbed her by the head. And then it was boom bow cow, and then they had to get her out of there and all of this. And London is screaming. But I'm just like, London, in all honesty, you deserve to get hit on the side of the head by Tati. And I don't even like her. But you should have shut the party down. And so, what it was, Puma, C's, and Teddy, and then Tati comes in, after the conversation has already started. And they feel like she should have shut the party down as well. And that wasn't cool. But I feel like they should have took some responsibility for the fact that they told her it was okay to throw that party in the first place. Y'all knew how Kit was going to feel, and y'all still wanted to throw the party. But when it was all said and done, y'all wanted to throw all of the blame on London, and y'all let it be that way. And I think it's messed up because it only gives them more reason to bully somebody who is basically there on their own. Nobody's there fighting for them, protecting them. And in all honesty, London doesn't deserve to have anybody fighting for her because we see how she stood on the sidelines as Crystal got jumped. And Kit, you can lie all you want to, whether you put your hands in it or not. I don't know how your titties got out your shirt, but Tati and Donna put their hands on Crystal, and that was plain to see. So the fact that Crystal wants to now be friends with them bitches, weak. Weak. I don't want to be friends with somebody that thinks it's okay to jump me. So everybody goes to check on Kit to make sure she's okay. And she says that she wants to go to one last place before they go. She wants to go to the Memphis Riverwalk. It's lit up very beautifully. Wants to go out there, give a little homage to her mom before they go. So they go and light a lantern, say some kind words, do some slow-mos of them hugging, which were very awkward and funny. The look on Puma's face, it's always, like a question mark there. And so in slow-mo, that shit was hilarious. And then the lantern gets stuck in a tree and, there's going to be a forest fire. So everybody has to run before they get caught. I hope somebody get the damn lantern down before y'all set ablaze to Memphis Riverwalk. Crystal tells the crew that she's pissed at London because she let her get jumped. Walt tells them things are good with his situation, and then Mike tells them about him possibly being the baby daddy. Mike does a really dope tattoo of an eye and a heart. I thought that was good and showed us that he can tattoo. Everyone got back after that. They tell everybody about London not being supportive of Kit by throwing that party. London apologizes and asks if they can move on. Kit says that it doesn't sound sincere, but that's fine. And Tati says, well, just to let you know, I'm not as nice as Kit is. And London was like, well, I wasn't apologizing to you. I was apologizing to Kit. And everybody was like, what? And then she was like, well, I'm just letting you know that I will put my hands on you. And Caesar's like, man, y'all sound like y'all in high school, bro. What the fuck? And Tati gets quiet for a second. I guess that made her feel like she needed to calm down. But it's like, girl, don't you already have a case pending? Calm down. Then here comes Crystal, getting all in London's face, calling her pussy. Crystal slaps her earring off. Okay, slapped her Okay, the whole earring came off. That was a hard slap. And I ain't gonna lie, she deserved it. Puma says that she should stay away for a while. And she gets mad because she feels like, why am I the one being basically suspended while the girl who hit me gets to stay at work? Because this is Black Ink Crew, baby. Don't none of this work the way it would work in a regular job. Okay? I feel like that was messed up. I feel like they should have sent, Crystal home. But if they sent everybody home that hit somebody, there'd be nobody in the shop but Walt. So let it be what it is then. Let's get into Black Ink Crew Compton, because I'm over Black Ink Crew New York. Nessie's mom is cool with her decision after seeing how everyone stuck up for Voodoo when she came out naked with that burqa on her vag. Lemire comes in saying that Alana took a huge L and they got to give it to Voodoo because she owned her shit. She a grown woman and they all don't understand how Alana's elementary my dear ass thought that she was going to make all these grown people feel bad about being naked. That's not how any of this works. KP has newfound respect for Voodoo's realness, and he wants to take everybody to Big Bear for a vacation, and we know what that means: altercations and probation. Okay, Voodoo does a tattoo, and I felt like her line work was good, but it was a little shaky, and I'm gonna need for her to clean that up. Okay, that's about it. And I still feel like I need to see some work, some shading work. Okay, I need to see a complete tattoo so I can see what you working with, Voodoo. All right, I'm feeling like you keep doing shit that don't really give me a clue about what your skills are. So y'all, then they get into a Winnebago that KP has rented. Why did KP need to go through this entire trip in a robe? I don't know, but it looked dumb. Nessie and Barbie both commiserate about how they went to jail. All right, Nessie went for 7 days. Barbie went for 17 hours. They discuss how terrible jail was for them. Voodoo is fascinated by prison life, especially the sex toys that men make. Like when they make sex toys out of empty toilet tissue rolls stuck in between the wall and a mattress. That sounds like rug burn. Nessie starts freestyling. Then Tim turns the music off right in the middle of this lame ass freestyle that she's spitting. And then he starts talking because he's drunk and he's running his mouth. And then they going back and forth. And he's saying how he played football. And KP is just sitting there because he's apparently tuned Tim out. He's heard Tim go on and on before. This is nothing new to him. But he's driving everybody else on the bus crazy with the exception of Ink because he's weak-minded. Y'all, I've already noticed Ink is weak-minded. He is somebody that is going to be, basically an ass kisser. Because I've noticed that he spends more time with the women, but then when shit goes down at the shop, he shows all of his allegiance to the men. And it's like, why aren't you kicking it with them more then? Because you spend a lot of time with Nessie and Voodoo, but then when they get into it and all of that, you want to take KP and Tim's side. And in all honesty, Tim is an asshole, and KP is okay with his behavior because Tim is stuck up his ass, and that is all annoying. But either way, I don't know how long they were driving, but everybody is getting very annoyed. And he's talking about all the championships he's won. Lemire says he needs to, stop running his mouth. Barbie and Nessie are getting annoyed. They, pull the damn truck over. Pull it over. Like we need a break from all of this. And then Nessie calls him a bitch. Or maybe it was Barbie who called him a bitch. I'm not sure. KP doesn't say anything at first, but when he's called a bitch, then KP has something to say. And I said, if you would have told your homeboy to chill out a while ago, maybe he wouldn't have been called a bitch. Like, you working on my nerves. Like, I don't know if I like KP, y'all. Like, I want to, but I don't know if I do. Of course, Ink feels like the girls need to chill out. Of course they do, Ink. Of course they do. So they pull on the side of the road, but somehow end up throwing axes for some reason. The girls are really hungry. They keep saying, y'all, we're hungry, but the guys are ignoring them. So they have the idea to joke with the guys and get on the RV and act like they're going to drive away. Well, KP and his slave feet in that robe chase down that RV. And the girls get off the RV, the guys get on the RV, and then they drive off and leave them there in the streets. So Voodoo, Nessie, and Barbie decide they're going to call Uber and go somewhere and get something to eat. Alana decides that she's going to stay and wait for the guys to come back. Now, we didn't even know if they was going to come back, but she decided to wait for them to come back. I'd have been like, we can't trust her. We can't be cool with her. Because any bitch that's not going to be on the side of the other females, you trying to get too close to the men, and for what reason? Like, I'm somebody that hangs out with dudes mostly, and I still feel like she was acting like she was on their side until they decided to go and leave and get something to eat. And it just made me feel like that was so she could stay behind and try to talk smack about the other girls and be, it's just messy, it's flawed, it's fake. I don't like Alana. And as much as she wanted to put Voodoo on blast, I've seen her titties way too much. She's only been on 2 episodes. So the girls go, have them honky good time. All right, they eat, they drink, they have a good time. KP and the fellas actually did come back with some food. They sit around the campfire and they decide the way they're going to get back at the girls. Okay, so when the girls get back at 1 a.m., they tired. They want to get their stuff off the bus and they want to go and stay at a hotel for the night. They don't want to deal with these niggas no more. And I honestly do not blame them. They're all aggravating to me. But KP and Tim have locked the RV, and for an hour, Barbie and Voodoo and Nessie are pissed, trying to get their stuff out of this van. Meanwhile, your girl Lana's over there giggling and shit. I wanted to hit her in the boob. Barbie starts throwing stuff in the fire. All their chairs, their tent. She just starts throwing stuff in the fire because KP won't open the door. Now, see me, once she started burning our stuff, I'd have been like, damn, bitch, all right, and open the door. But no, KP had a point to prove. So he let her call the cops. Barbie calls the cops, then continues to vandalize the RV by throwing rocks through the windows. You can tell this is somebody that has absolutely no clue about the law, because you would know that if you have done damage to somebody's property, whether your stuff is inside their property or not, you will get arrested. That is vandalism. That is illegal. It doesn't matter if they have your stuff. Once you call the cops, you should have sat your ass there until the cops got there. And that would have been it. The thing that got me was when Nessie told KP he wasn't nothing but Kyla Pratt's boyfriend because she don't want to deal with the police and he should have de-escalated that situation as the boss. But you want to be a child and prove a point, so you want to keep that girl's stuff locked in there. So she broke the window and then Voodoo climbed in. The police show up. She tells them what's going on. The police get her stuff, help her get her stuff out of the van. She wants to leave and they're like, come on, get in the car. And then they handcuff her and then they handcuff Voodoo, and Tim has to be like, say Voodoo didn't do anything, she didn't have anything to do with it, but they arrest Barbie for vandalism. And I was like, damn girl, you got arrested. And don't get me wrong, y'all, when somebody takes my stuff and doesn't want to give it back out of sheer stubbornness, that would make me so mad. And I probably would have been just as mad as her, especially if I've been drinking all night and I'm tired and I just want to lay down somewhere. I don't feel like going through this dumb shit with you. I would have been just as upset, but I would not have vandalized that RV because I don't want to have to give nobody money for that RV. I wouldn't. They would have eventually had to open up that damn RV. And if not, we would have waited for them niggas to fall asleep and saw what happened. Okay? Like, I'm the type that if I feel like I can't physically overpower you in this situation where you done took my stuff without feeling like you're gonna hit me, because I feel like Tim and KP might be some, women hitting little dudes. Okay, not to say that they would, but Tim gives me that vibe, and birds of a feather flock together, if you know what I'm saying. But I definitely would have been plotting on them from the time I sat down to the time that plot was revealed. I would have been plotting on them, okay? I'd have been trying to get back at them. And it all started out all funny and everything. But at the end of the day, them dudes is assholes and they aggravating as shit. And I don't understand how any women can be around them for a long period of time without wanting to strangle one of them. I'm just saying, Lemire, Tim, Ink, KP, all of y'all are some aggravating ass dudes, bruh. And y'all do this guys club thing where y'all don't hold each other accountable for any of the shit that y'all do. But y'all like get down on the women whenever they do something. And that just drives me insane when I see men like that. So yeah, y'all, I don't know if I like any of these dudes on this show, okay? But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it right now. I do appreciate that Tim said something about Voodoo, but Voodoo was so upset that she actually got handcuffed. She was like, I thought that prison shit was cute, but now when somebody handcuffed me, no, it's not. I said, and also when they give you the anal cavity search, also not fun. I'd like for people to watch the whole documentary, okay? I been knew I didn't want to be in nobody's jail, okay? Okay, look, I been knew I wanted to be free. I ain't got time for that. I felt bad for Barbie, but she shouldn't have did all of that. But I also feel like KP could have opened the damn RV, bro. Like, why you just didn't open the RV? And the fact that he just stood there not opening the RV, no matter how much she broke the windows, I was just like, why are you doing this? Like, he's just such an idiot. Oh my God. Like, she was drunk. But you had worked them girls' nerves all day. But either way, y'all, that's Black Ink Crew. They all aggravating the shit out of me. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all so very much. I'll see y'all in the